What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Pick Up the Truth. I hope everyone's doing well out there in that program world. Staying who you naturally are, I hope. I'm doing my best. I just put out a video with the drag man Taylor Swift, and that Masonic drag creature copyrighted my video because I used her music and her lyrics and to explain how they divide us and to explain how they control our minds with music. And they just weren't having any of that, so they must have a lock with that drag man, where anytime that its name is mentioned, it's going to pull a video. But anyway, I'm going to try to refrain from using their music in my videos and just go by the lyrics they're putting out now. I wanted to stress in the last video how they use music to program our minds to believe in the world that they created to enslave us and deceive us in, because they have no choice. They stole our resources, and now they have to sell it back to us or let us die. So they enslave us, and that's how music is one of the ways they program our minds to believe in the world they enslave us in. Music is a good tool for the Masons to use against us because excuse me, guys. It's a good tool to use against us because it supplies them with the many ways they control us with it and program our minds with it. Any situation can be created through music for us to relate to in our lives. You know, whether it be good or bad or whatever. Any material item they want us to desire, they can give it to us through music. Any way they program us to act, they can do it through music. The cultures they program us to be a certain way with, they can do it through music. It's how they get us to be the people they want us to be. You know, they divide us in the ways they want certain individuals to be. Certain races they'll program a different way. It's how they divide us. They divide us with different cultures, label us with nationalities and races, divide us in each and every way, making us further and further away from our brothers and sisters that are different than we are. We need to get away from that program way of thinking and come together and as one people, as humanity, instead of labeling ourselves with the things they program us to label ourselves with. And they use music because it plays on every emotion that we have. It was designed to do that. I mean, look at the music we love. I mean, we love it because they made it sound so good, and the rhythm was sounded so good to us, and took over our emotions and swept us off our feet, because they related to everything they were programming us to do, you know. They programmed us to act a certain way in our the romance they taught us through music to have with one another. You know, they control every aspect of our lives. Told us where to take our companion through a song. Gave us advice where programmed our minds where to take, where to even go, and who to be, how to treat each other. Wow, they do a lot to us through music because the music sounds good to us. The beat of the drums mixed with the riffs of the guitar and the soothing voice of the or the voice that sounds good singing the lyrics that program our minds. You know, all kinds of things they can get, you know, us to open up to with how they do things. Oh. Let's look at the lyrics and see what it has for us. And right away we see "Oh My God," which we know is the programming of the religions they divide us with, of course. But it's not only that, it's also a way to cycle the money that they control each and every individual with, and we got to look at the ways they do that. I mean, how do you support your God that they have for you to worship? Well, you go to church. And what do you do when you go to your neighborhood church, which they have everywhere, all over the world, to accept the money that they enslave you with? That's how they get us to cycle the money. They give us a sob story that someone across the world needs help, or their missions are doing good work at brainwashing other brothers and sisters into the religions that divide them from other people. So, I did a video the other day, and I pointed out in the Marilyn Manson video that I showed in that video, where they always show their religious programming, because in that video you notice he was hanging on the cross and all the Christ programming involved there. You know, they're trying to get you to worship the God they created to cycle the money that makes you a slave. We have to stop feeding the churches the money that enslaves us. They're not here to help our starving or homeless brothers and sisters that really are in a bad way and are not being helped by these damn churches who accept this money and just turn their backs on humanity. And even if you did help other people with the money, I mean, money is the way they enslave us. We're just continuing to feed the system that enslaves us. We have to learn how to love each other and share with each other what we have unconditionally. And that's hard because we're trained to do just the opposite. We're programmed to do just the opposite. Now, the God programming aside, it looks like two girls are talking, and she says, Becky, look at her butt. It's so big. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends, which already she's programming. She's programming this guy by labeling him a rap guy, which is something they programmed us to do. Now, that's also division. Now it continues. But you know who understands those rap guys? They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute. Okay? Now, there you go, labeling women now, programming their minds to think that they have to look like a total prostitute to hang with these rap guys, be around these rap guys, Total division, programming you to, all the women to dress like prostitutes so they can be attractive to these rap guys. They program the guys to want to be, and they programmed all kinds of races to want to be rap guys. It wasn't just the black race the black brothers and sisters that they programmed to be rap guys. It was all over the world. And the way they program us to divide each other and the way they program us to think about ourselves is ridiculous. Can't just think of ourselves as a human being that cares and loves your life and the people in it. Okay. Now let's continue. I mean, her butt is just so big. I can't believe it. It's just so round. It's like out there. I mean, gross. Now, these girls are programming division in a physical aspect, by saying the girl's butt is gross because it's so big, and then she turns around and says, look, she's just so black. And that's program division too. Programming a big and black, like white girls or other races can't have a big butt, So yeah, it's programming of racial division. And this song was so popular too, right? Back in the day, just so popular. And they programmed our minds with this division. I mean, and we would sing these lyrics, right? We were programmed to, because, back in the day we were drinking, back in the day we were partying, working hard. We thought our lives, we didn't think we were slaves. We just thought we were working hard and doing what we were supposed to do to live in the world and be good people. But they had songs like this out there programming our minds with the way they wanted us to think and the way they wanted us to act. And here's why, the lyrics that come after this division is, I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. And who doesn't remember singing those lyrics? Time and time and time again, right? We all did. And what happened as you were singing those lyrics? Usually it made you get up and move that butt, right? Made you move that butt no matter where you were. You can be at home, you can be out with some loved ones, you can be in the car, you'd probably try to move that butt still. You know, if you were out on the dance floor, you'd definitely get up and start moving that butt. But you're programmed to do that. You know, these songs, we don't think about how they control our actions and control our thoughts, but it just does, you know, because it controls all of us to do the same thing. They don't joke around when they give us these songs either, you know. Every new song they come out with, you know, on the radio or whatever venue you're listening to it with, they repeat these songs time and time and time and time again until you know these lyrics that program your mind. You know, it's like predictive programming over and over and over again. Every hour on the hour, they're playing this shit over again. That's why when a new song comes out, you're either going to really love it or you're going to hate it because you've heard it too many times, you know. But even that doesn't matter because they still succeeded at programming your mind to believe in the things in this song. All right? So, here we go. Let's continue. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Now, look at that, you know. Already programming your mind to be disrespectful of the women around you, you know. I mean, right out here in the open, they're talking about your penis getting hard because a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you know. They're programming your mind as a man to be disrespectful to a woman instead of loving and caring. Now, they program you to want to pull out your tough because you noticed that butt was stuffed. Alright? Now, it was stuffed with a lot of things you're programmed to want to slap. Alright? And they're programming you to be disrespectful again as a man and pull out your junk. Now, we know as men that's illegal to do in public and disrespectful at the same time. Cannot tolerate this programmed disrespect towards the women we're supposed to care about. Alright. Let's continue. Deep in the jeans she's wearing, well, because you noticed that butt was stuffed deep in the jeans she was wearing. Alright. And they're programming the women here with the jeans because women always care about and are always concerned about their butt looking good in jeans, and I wonder why, because this music programs them to do so. Alright? Because there's not a woman out there that don't care about what her butt looks like in jeans. And they have millions of jeans for you to choose from and cycle the money that you're enslaved with when you purchase them. Okay. Now, it continues. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh, baby, I want to get with you. Okay, we'll stop there. I'm hooked because I can't stop staring. Now, that's also programmed disrespect that that you're meant to have towards that woman, because it's not polite to stare. But they teach you to, they program you to do it in this song, so it must be acceptable. Now, oh baby, I want to get with ya and take your picture. Okay. Now, they're programming you to disrespect a woman further and just outright say, I don't really know you, but I want to get with you. You know, and take your picture. Now, you know, back in the day when they came out with this song, they didn't have selfies. So, ain't no way they're gonna want to take a picture with one of those back in the day phones, because I don't think they had cameras. Maybe a Polaroid, but not camera. Oh baby, I want to get with you means that they want to get you in the sack. Alright? Another way to disrespect women. And just not a good way to treat women at all. I mean, it's just blatant disrespect that they're teaching the boys in this song. And let's continue. It says, my homeboys tried to warn me, but with that butt you got makes me so horny. See, there you go. More sexual innuendo. You know what I'm saying. I mean, with this, it's just unacceptable, man. With the disrespect they program these boys with. I mean, we were all programmed with this, right? And we have to live with the repercussions of this music now. Okay, let's continue. Oh, Rumple Smooth Skin, you say you want to get in my Benz. Okay. We all know, you know, big butts aren't going to be smooth skin. Alright, there's going to be some rumples. But, you know, that's the way they program you to divide yourself between fat and skinny, you know, judging weight judgment and whatnot. You know what I mean? And he says, you say you want to get in my Benz. That's material worship. That's worship of a high dollar vehicle that spent a lot of the money that he's enslaved with, getting you to do the same thing. Women like fancy things, you know. It's class division. And then it continues, says, well, use me, because you ain't that average groupie. You know, it's programming women's mind to say, it's okay, you see a rich man, use him. Go ahead and use him, you know. It's okay if you give him sexual favors, as long as you can use him for what you can use him for, because you ain't that average groupie, you know. And that's not a way to train. That's not a way to program people. That there's no way to program people, but I mean that. You know what I'm saying? The way they program us to think and the way they program us to be, it's obvious, you know. It just makes me sick, guys. Because I see a lot of this going on nowadays with the money worship. People worship money, that they're programmed to cycle that keeps them a slave in this world, and they don't even know it. And they're programmed to go around and disrespect their other brothers and sisters, you know? How's a real youngster coming up in this world just trying to get by and maybe thinking about just meeting somebody regularly, getting to know them naturally, talking to them, respecting them, you know, getting to like them, and then getting to love them, and getting to go out on dates and talk and relate. None of that. It's all this programmed sexual division and disrespect. I love you guys. You take care of yourself, and stay away from this predictive programming, and just be who you're naturally meant to be in creation. Stay safe.